The change you asked for starts today. The whisper has reached heaven, and I have come to tell you that the winds of destiny are shifting in your favor. Do not be afraid of what is leaving your life, for it is making space for what was written for you since the beginning of time. I speak to you not as a stranger, but as the light that has always watched over your heart, even when tears blurred your vision. For too long, you have carried questions that no one could answer, but now the silence ends. This is a message from Angel, born from divine compassion, sent to remind you that every struggle was preparing you for this moment. The light that once flickered within you is ready to blaze again, brighter and purer than ever before. You asked heaven for a sign, and heaven has answered. The walls around you are not prisons but cocoons. The pain you felt was not punishment but transformation. Like dawn breaking through the longest night, you are stepping into renewal, into grace, into divine timing. I come with a message from God to your soul. You have not been forgotten. The plans written for you were never canceled, only delayed until your spirit was strong enough to receive them. Now, the heavens align to open the path that once seemed impossible. There is power in your tears, for each one was seen, and none were wasted. The message from angels you hear today is one of awakening. You are not who you were yesterday. The old has passed, and the new is rising within you like golden light touching the horizon. You have been walking through shadows, but those shadows were never meant to destroy you. They were sent to teach you how to recognize the light when it returned. And now, beloved soul, the light is here. Feel it wrapping around you, whispering promises only heaven can keep. A message from the spiritual world now flows through me to you. Let go of control. The divine hand that molded the stars also molds your future. Trust that every closed door was a blessing in disguise, redirecting you toward miracles waiting just beyond the unseen. You are being lifted higher, guided gently toward the purpose you once doubted you could fulfill. Every whisper in your heart that said, "There must be more," was heaven calling you back to remembrance, the remembrance of who you truly are. Listen closely, daughter of the light. The universe moves when you decide to believe. What once was chaos will now align. The message from God today is that nothing is lost, nothing wasted. Every delay was divine protection, every detour divine direction. You stand on the edge of change, and the angels rejoice. The threads of your destiny are weaving together in ways your eyes cannot yet see. Be patient, for what is coming carries the fragrance of heaven and the certainty of God's promise. This transformation is not just external. It begins within. The renewal of your mind, your heart, your faith. A sacred fire burns inside you now, consuming all fear, leaving only courage and clarity. This is the holy beginning you prayed for. You may feel the winds shifting. That is the breath of heaven moving through your life. The message from God for you is simple. Surrender, and you will soar. What you release will return multiplied, purified, and made eternal. Do not seek validation from the world. Seek confirmation from the divine. Angels walk beside you, unseen but ever present, guiding each step as you rise into your true calling. The heavens celebrate your awakening, for your light helps heal the earth. Every time you doubted your worth, remember, God called you chosen before you even spoke your first word. This message of the angels reminds you, your story was never a mistake. Even the storms were scripted to reveal your strength. You are not just surviving, you are being reborn. Every heartbeat is an echo of divine purpose. You carry heaven's fingerprints upon your soul. That is why the world cannot contain you. You are made for more. The urgent message from God today is that your waiting season is ending. What you prayed for with tears, you will now hold with peace. The change is already unfolding, slowly, silently, but surely, in divine order. A divine current surrounds you, pulling you toward fulfillment. Let go of fear, for the angels are already ahead of you, preparing the way. You only need to walk forward in faith, and heaven will meet you halfway. Every sign, every number, every coincidence is not random. They are heaven's code, calling your attention to divine timing. The message for today from God is to stay awake, stay expectant, for miracles arrive disguised as ordinary days. You are seen, loved, protected. The angels are near, their wings touching your spirit with peace beyond understanding. The message from God to you today is this: what you asked for begins now. So rise, beloved one. The dawn has come for your soul. The change you asked for starts today, and the heavens themselves are rejoicing at your courage to believe again. The light that surrounds you now is not of this world. It carries whispers of forgotten promises and sacred vows made before your birth. The message from Angel continues to unfold, guiding you gently through the unseen layers of destiny. You are being invited to see beyond the ordinary, to sense the invisible hand of heaven weaving beauty into your days. There are signs all around you, subtle, divine fingerprints marking your path. A feather where there should be none, a song that speaks directly to your heart, a dream that feels more like a memory. These are not coincidences. They are messages from the spiritual world, calling you to awaken to what has always been yours. Do you feel the shift, the silent pull inside your chest? It is your soul remembering its divine assignment. You were never meant to blend into the noise of this world. You were meant to stand as a reflection of the eternal, a vessel of divine intention. The message from God is clear. It's time to rise in truth. Your intuition has grown louder because the angels are near. When your thoughts begin to glow with sudden clarity, that is not your imagination. That is divine communication. The message from angels reaches your spirit through peace, not pressure, through quiet certainty that resonates deeper than words. Heaven does not shout, it whispers, and those who listen find miracles waiting in stillness. You are being taught to listen with your soul, not your ears. The message from God to you today is to trust what cannot yet be proven, for faith builds the bridge before your eyes can see the destination. Every delay you have faced was not denial, it was protection. The path you thought you lost is being cleared by unseen hands. You are not walking alone. You are being escorted by light. The message of blessing from God assures you that divine timing is aligning everything perfectly for your highest good. The world around you may feel uncertain, but heaven is not confused. Behind every storm, divine order remains untouched. You are being prepared, not punished. The message from God for you is a reminder. Even silence is sacred when heaven is rearranging your future. There are things being moved on your behalf right now. Conversations, opportunities, divine appointments, all orchestrated by grace. What was once out of reach is coming closer, pulled by the gravity of faith. The message from God today carries this truth. Miracles are already in motion. A gentle presence walks beside you, unseen yet undeniable. When you feel sudden warmth for no reason, that is not your imagination. It is angelic energy surrounding you. The message from Angel in this moment is simple. You are safe. You are guided. Keep walking. The angels have been watching your dreams. They whisper while you sleep, planting seeds of courage and wisdom into your spirit. As you awaken each morning, those seeds bloom quietly within you, guiding your thoughts toward purpose. The message from God to me today echoes softly. Do not rush divine timing. The path ahead may look uncertain, but uncertainty is the birthplace of faith. Trust that what seems like detours are divine shortcuts in disguise. The urgent message from God is not to seek clarity in every step, but to find peace in His presence within each step. Every prayer you whispered in the dark has been gathered like precious jewels in heaven's hands. None were ignored. None were lost. The message from God to you is that answers are unfolding even now, in ways your heart will recognize when the moment is right. Listen, beloved soul. Something extraordinary is awakening inside you. The angels are realigning your energy, preparing your heart to receive a gift that has waited in the heavens with your name written upon it. The message from angels hums softly. It is closer than you think. Sometimes divine change begins with stillness, not action. You are being guided to rest so that creation can move on your behalf. The prayer message from God is that surrender is not weakness. It is the sacred key that opens impossible doors. When your heart aches for something you cannot explain, that is your spirit remembering what it was promised before time began. Heaven never forgets what it spoke over you. The message from God for you today is a call to trust that even your longing has purpose. Do you notice how your heart quickens when you read these words? That is your confirmation. The divine is near, breathing through the spaces between each sentence. The message from the spiritual world vibrates through your soul, reminding you that destiny is alive within you. A great unveiling is approaching, not of the world around you, but of the world within you. You are the miracle heaven has been preparing to reveal. The message from God to me whispers that the waiting was never punishment. It was the cocoon of transformation. You may not realize it yet, but your energy is changing. The heaviness you once carried is dissolving, replaced by quiet strength and radiant peace. The message of the angels is that your light will soon be noticed by those who once overlooked you. Your footsteps are being anointed. The roads that once rejected you will now rise to meet you. Every no you faced will echo as divine redirection. The message from God for you is that what's coming next will feel like home, not because it's easy, but because it's meant for you. And so the wind continues to move, carrying whispers of promise into your spirit. The angels are not finished speaking. The story is still being written, and every word glows with heaven's fire. The message from God to you today flows onward, waiting for you to listen a little deeper, believe a little stronger, and keep walking toward the unseen light. The veil between the seen and the unseen grows thinner with every breath you take. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Can you feel it? The message from Angel now reaches deeper, stirring the parts of your soul that have slept through seasons of waiting. The time of quiet preparation is ending. The time of divine movement begins. In the stillness of your heart, heaven whispers your name. It is not a sound heard by ears, but by spirit, a vibration that reminds you that you were chosen for more than survival. The message from God moves through light and shadow, calling you to awaken your inner fire. You may have noticed moments lately that feel strangely familiar, as if you've lived them before. Those are echoes of divine confirmation, ripples of destiny aligning. The message from angels reveals that your spirit already knows the path you're about to walk. It's your mind that's catching up. There is a doorway opening in your life, one that was invisible until now. You won't need to force it open. Your faith will be the key. The message from the spiritual world is that divine doors don't respond to strength. They respond to surrender. A sacred current is pulling you forward. Every coincidence is a breadcrumb, every intuition a compass. You are being guided toward encounters that will restore your faith in what is unseen. The message from God for you is that the right people are already being drawn into your orbit. When you feel chills for no reason, when your eyes fill with tears at unexpected beauty, that is how heaven speaks. The message from God today isn't always words. Sometimes it's emotion, presence, or peace that cannot be explained. That peace is your proof. Your heart may question if you are truly ready for what's coming. But readiness is not perfection. It is willingness. The message from God to you today says that your willingness to trust is stronger than your fear of failing. Heaven can work with that. Dreams will begin to carry divine codes. Pay attention to colors, faces, symbols. Nothing will be random anymore. The message from angels continues to reach you through the language of your own soul, because the divine speaks in patterns of meaning only your heart can decode. Something within you is remembering how to hope again. That spark you thought was gone was only hidden under the dust of disappointment. The message of the angels breathes life into your hope, turning it into a flame that cannot be extinguished. You will begin to notice your energy changing. What once drained you will lose its power. What once frightened you will no longer move you. This is transformation at its purest. The message from God reminds you that growth often feels like loss before it feels like freedom. The angels are rearranging your surroundings, not to take things away, but to make room for divine alignment. The urgent message from God is that what you release now will return sanctified, multiplied, and filled with light. Trust the exchange. Even your silence is sacred right now. The divine is speaking through the spaces between your thoughts, rewriting your inner language of belief. The message from God to me today is that faith does not require understanding. It requires surrender. Watch how the atmosphere changes when you begin to bless your journey instead of questioning it. Gratitude is the key that unlocks divine acceleration. The message from the spiritual world asks you to give thanks even before the miracle appears. You are walking through a field of unseen prayers, those of your ancestors, your angels, your higher self. Every step you take echoes with their strength. The message from God for you today is that you are the answer to prayers spoken long before your time. There are promises that have been waiting for the right vibration to reach you. That vibration is rising within you now. The message from Angel carries assurance that heaven does not forget what it declares, and what was declared for you is eternal. The alignment you're stepping into will bring revelations that will change how you see everything. People will not understand your glow, but they will feel it. The message from God to you is that divine favor cannot be hidden. It will always make itself known. Every time you choose peace instead of panic, light expands around you. You are becoming a lighthouse for others who still wander in storms. The message from angels is that your healing is not only for you. It is a beacon for many who will follow. There is movement in the heavens, signs aligning, hearts awakening, paths unfolding. You may not see the entire map, but you are holding the coordinates in your soul. The message from God today is to walk as if it's already done. You are being written into divine history. Every act of kindness, every prayer whispered, every tear turned into faith. All of it becomes light in the eternal tapestry. The message of blessing from God affirms that heaven counts your steps, not your mistakes. And as the night sky watches over you, something unseen bends closer. A presence filled with love and purpose. The message from God to you today keeps flowing, shaping your tomorrow in silence and wonder, urging you to listen just a little longer. For the angels are still speaking. The realm around you hums with a higher rhythm now. Can you feel it, beloved soul? The vibration of the unseen has found its way into your heart, stirring forgotten memories of who you truly are. The message from Angel grows stronger, wrapping itself around your spirit like golden light. You are not just observing change. You are becoming its vessel. A shift is happening in silence, not in noise or chaos, but in the still corners of your being. The divine is rewriting your energy, aligning you with promises you once thought were lost. The message from God whispers softly. What you thought ended was only pausing until heaven said, now. The air carries signs that only the awakened will understand. You may hear your name in a whisper of wind or feel sudden warmth upon your skin when you are alone. That is not imagination, but presence. The message from angels is that love never leaves. It only changes form. Your path may seem unfamiliar, yet your spirit recognizes every step. It is remembering ancient agreements, covenants made in light long before time began. The message from the spiritual world calls you to walk with confidence, for the ground beneath you is sacred. There is a frequency around you now that draws divine encounters closer. You will meet souls who feel strangely familiar, as if you have known them forever. They are part of your heavenly alignment. The message from God for you is that destiny always travels in circles of recognition. Your dreams are becoming portals. Do not ignore them. Within their symbols lies instruction and revelation. The message from God today says that when your body rests, your spirit continues its dialogue with heaven. What you remember upon waking is only a fragment of the full conversation. Something sacred is awakening behind the veil of your daily life. What once felt heavy now begins to lift, piece by piece. The message from God to you today is that divine assistance has been dispatched. Unseen forces are already removing what no longer serves your next chapter. You are being guided to slow down, not to stop. Slowness allows you to hear what speed hides. The message from angels moves through stillness. They speak in sensations, intuition, and the quiet pull toward peace. Follow that peace. It is their signature. When you notice repeating numbers, songs, or phrases, take them as confirmation. These are divine echoes reaching into your awareness. The message of the angels is that heaven communicates constantly, but only the still-hearted can decode its language. You have entered a season where prayers will manifest not as you expected, but as you truly need. The message from God reminds you that divine answers rarely wear the disguise of logic. They come wrapped in grace, not predictability. The energy around you glows with promise. The universe bends slightly in your favor as your frequency rises. You may feel lighter, even without reason. That is alignment in motion. The message from God for you today is to keep your heart open. What's arriving is holy. You are being watched over more closely than ever. Every time you speak hope instead of fear, the heavens respond. The message from God to me today is that angels move fastest where faith is found, and your faith has become a beacon. The old version of you is dissolving, like dawn overtaking night. This transformation is not meant to be comfortable. it's meant to be complete. The message from the spiritual world says that you are not losing yourself. You are meeting your true self for the first time. And as light expands within you, unseen hands continue their work. The alignment deepens, the veil thins, and heaven leans closer. The message from God to you flows like a river through your being. Steady, alive, and whispering promises you are just beginning to remember. Beloved soul, if these words touched something deep within you, it is because they were meant for you. The heavens do not send messages by chance. They find hearts ready to awaken. The light you feel now is the whisper of eternity calling you home to faith, peace, and divine renewal. Glowing star, I thank you for allowing this message from Angel to reach your spirit today. May its vibration continue echoing through your thoughts, guiding you gently toward everything heaven has prepared for your path. Your journey is sacred, and your presence here was written long before this moment. If your heart received this message, confirm it by writing in the comments, "I believe in the angels of Lord." Let this phrase be your declaration of faith, a bridge connecting your soul to the celestial realm. You may also leave your prayer request below. The angels are listening, and every word spoken in faith becomes light that travels directly to the throne of God. No prayer is too small, no dream too distant when spoken with a believing heart. And before you go, remember the importance of staying close to this divine space. Subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell so that every new message from the angels and from God reaches you at the right time, the moment your soul needs it most. May light surround you, peace follow you, and miracles find you wherever you walk.